Okay, sorry.
So, the battle for Christmas #1 is raging. The might of the X Factor winner Joe McElderry is up against the online campaign by fans to get the US rap metal group Rage Against the Machine to the top spot. I downloaded it myself the other day. It was kind of liberating feeling.
I prefer swing, don't you?
Sheila, I love a bit of swing.
Don't we?
Let's speak now to the band. Good morning. How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Oh, good. Is that Tom there? Yeah.
Here.
Sorry.
We're all four of us are on the line right now.
Oh, fantastic. You could be #1 for Christmas. How would that be, and what would you like to say to the potential buyers listening?
Well, I think it'd be kind of a wonderful statement. The kids all over the UK have responded to this incredible internet campaign. And I think that it says something about, the real tensions that people are experiencing all over the UK and the United States as well. And I think people would love to hear a song that reflects some of the tensions that they're experiencing in their daily lives, and we're very excited about it.
Do you think it's a rage against the manufactured pop business?
Well, I mean, this has been a real, completely grassroots campaign started by real fans of music. And I think it's tapped into the silent majority of the people in the UK are tired of being spoon-fed one schmaltzy ballad after another, and they want to take back their own charts. And we are honored that they've chosen our song to be the rebel anthem to try to topple the X Factor monopoly.
What about those guys who say it's on the same record label as Simon Cowell, so ultimately he will still benefit? He operates under the Sony umbrella.
Yeah, well, first of all, people are not buying Killing the Name to protest a record coming out on a company. On a major company. We wrote Killing the Name in a small industrial slum in Los Angeles. The X Factor song was written by a cabal of overpaid songwriters to shove that schmaltzy business down your throats. So they're two very different choices. And the thing is that listeners need to know is it's a really close race. And I think that it's a real liberating musical revolution that people are on. And again, we're really just honored to be a part of it. One of the things that we're doing is joining all the people from the Facebook campaign to help with an organization called Shelter, which is a homeless charity.
Yeah.
So some of our proceeds, the windfall of proceeds from this is going to be going to Shelter, and you can learn about that at shelter.org.uk.
Brilliant. And what do you guys think of Simon Cowell?
Well, Simon is an interesting character who seems to have profited greatly off humiliating people on live television, and has a unique position of someone who can not only capture the attention of some people on television, but also on the airwaves. And we see this as a necessary break in the chain of that control.
Quick word from, stay there guys, you're going to play for us in a second. Say, John Morter's on the line now. He launched the Facebook group to get you guys at #1 in the chart for Christmas, Rage Against the Machine. John, what would you quickly like to say to Rage Against the Machine?
Hello, guys. I'd just like to say it's an honour to be on the same show as the guys, and it's great to hear you.
Well, we'd like to thank you very much for what you've done. And I think it's an excellent lesson for people that whether it's in a small matter, like who's at the top of the charts, or bigger matters like war and peace and economic inequality, when people band together and make their voices heard, they can completely overturn the system as it is. We would now like to play a song for you.
Let's get Christmassy.
Merry Christmas.
Here we go, people.
work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of. Now you do what they told you. 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 Those that die are justified. But wearing no badge and your chosen white. You're justified. Those that die are wearing no badge and your chosen white. Those who die are justified. But wearing no badge and your chosen white. Justified. Those that die by wearing no badge and your chosen white. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of. Now you do what they told you. 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 Now you're under control. Now you do what they told you. Now you're under control. Now you do what they told you. Now you're under control. Now you do what they told you. Now you're under control. Now you do what they told you. Now you're under control. Now you do what they told you. Now you're under control. Now you do what they told you. Now you're under control. Those that die are justified. Wearing the badge and your chosen white. You're justified. Those that die are wearing the badge and your chosen white. Those who die justified. Wearing the badge and your chosen white. Those who die are justified. Wearing the badge and your chosen white. Come on.
Sorry, we needed to get rid of that because that suddenly turned into something we were not... we were expecting it and asked them not to do it, and they did it anyway. So buy Joe's Records. It's 3...
The next round. We're about to find out. Let's find out. Who is this week's number 2 on the official chart 2009 for Christmas?
2.
It's Joe. X Factor winner Joe McElderry is number 2 with The Climb on Radio 1's Christmas chart 2009. I have never seen the text go off like they've just gone off. Scott from Wales is pleased for Rage. Tara from Cornwall says, "Oh, I bought the Rage song, but now I feel awful for Joe. Sorry, Joe." Oh, it's a bit late now, isn't it? Nikki in Somerset says, "Gutted. Joe has worked so hard for this." Becky in Worcester, "No, Joe should have won. You can't even sing along to Rage. Joe's song you can sing along to. Joe is the real number one, and everyone knows it," says Becky in Worcester. "Get in there. Awesome. The people have spoken," says Big Norm in Cumbria. Laura in Kidderminster says, "Yes, go on, Rage Against the Machine." And shame on you, Mills, for keeping us in suspense. You love it. Justice has been done, says Dono in County Down. Paul in snowy Scotland says, "There is a music god after all." Honestly, I've never seen so many texts. Thanks so much for listening tonight. We did invite Joe into the studio, but he didn't make it. So I believe he might be on Switch, though, in about 10 minutes with Annie and Nick on Radio 1. So stay tuned for that if you're a Joe fan. Rage Against the Machine. This is the largest first week digital sales figures in the UK ever, and it's the first ever download only Christmas number one. So it really is history in the making. It's the Christmas number one for 2009. Rage Against the Machine and Killing in the Name. Thanks for listening tonight.
BBC Radio 1.
The UK's official number one.
So the Christmas number one single in the UK for 2009, first revealed on BBC Radio 1, is Rage Against the Machine and Killing in the Name.